What going on, guys? In this video I'm going to trim my hair. I'll show you the way I've been trimming my hair. Also gonna give you the 401, no, is it 101, everything trimming, so you guys can understand how important it is and why you should. Disclaimer, I know in certain cultures or religion you're not supposed to cut your hair. If you're a part of a culture or religion that refrains, then don't. I feel trimming your hair is very important if you want fuller hair. Someone might come under this video and tell me, oh, this culture doesn't do this and their hair is just as fine. Am I a part of that culture? Are we a part of that culture? Obviously we all don't do the same thing, and we all can't do the same thing to achieve the same results because we're all different. We all have different hair types, hair texture, hair follicles. Like, don't compare me to an Indian. I am not Indian. Don't compare me to a Chinese because I am not Chinese. Obviously my hair doesn't act like a Chinese person, so hello. Okay, with all that being said, let's talk about the importance of trimming your hair. I would actually prefer to trim my hair on freshly washed hair. So my hair is pretty dirty right now, so if you see flakes going all over the place, just say hi. I'm going to put my hair into medium-sized twists, so I'll come back with the commentary. I'll come back with a twist. My hair is all twisted up. I'm gonna put these. My hair usually never stays twisted at the ends, and that's one of the ways I can know if my ends are really fresh. I put my two fingers like this and I slide it down the hair. I trimmed off about half an inch, so I'm gonna put it in my calendar right now. I'm gonna trim my hair 12 weeks from now. So today is July 5th, so 12 weeks from now is going to be September 27th. I'm gonna put that in my calendar right now. I guess I can speak for myself on this and a lot of people. Nothing is better than fresh ends. Nothing is better than healthy ends. When your ends are healthy, you retain a lot more length. So I would say that's the biggest importance of trimming your hair. If your goal is to have longer hair, or if your goal is to have healthy hair, then trimming your hair is very beneficial. And if your goal is to have healthy and thick hair, then trimming your hair is very important. Your hair reacts better to products, your hair looks better, your hair feels better. How do you know when to trim, or what are the signs of you needing a trim? I'm gonna give you some signs and some things to look out for. If your hair is looking very uneven, probably need a trim. If your ends are very dry and no matter how much you moisturize, your hair still is very dry, especially on your ends, you need a trim. If your hair is breaking off tremendously, you need a trim. You guys know the song, something with I've been taking L's and I bounce back. If you don't see that bounce back in your hair or that curl back, you need a trim. If you twirl your hair around your fingers and you know you normally see a little curl pattern of some sort and you don't see anything, you need a trim. If you have on a t-shirt and you can see straight through your hair, you need a trim. If your hair looks sparse looking and very spacey, not thick all the way through to your ends, boo boo, say it with me, you need a trim. If you braid or twist your hair and it's not thick all the way through to the ends, you need a trim. If you have a ton of split ends and single strand knots, come a little closer. What it is? You need a trim. After you told us all those signs, I do want to get my hair trimmed. What ways can I trim my hair, or what ways can you trim your hair? There are many ways that you can get your hair trimmed. Just pick a method that works best for you. Or you can get your hair trimmed professionally. I would say this is one of the best ways you should trim your hair, especially if this is a professional that knows exactly what they're doing. That will be the ideal way to get your hair trimmed. If you don't have that privilege to go to a hairdresser or a professional to get your hair trimmed, then you can trim your hair yourself. You can use the search and destroy method. It's exactly what it sounds like. You look for the split ends and you just trim them out strand by strand. So this takes a lot of time actually, so you won't necessarily do this all in one day. You can do this periodically over a couple of weeks. I understand the search and destroy method perfectly, because it's like, why would I trim a fresh batch of hair if only one strand in that batch has a split end? This method works a lot better for people who have longer hair, but we'll see. Sometimes I do it and I'm sitting on my desk and I'm looking at my hair and I see split ends that I can just clip away. I'll clip them away. You can also trim your hair in its curly state, whatever that state is for you. What I would consider a curly state for me is when I wear my hair in wash and goes. You can also trim your hair while it's straightened out, as in flat ironed. That's a very popular way for naturals to trim their hair. You can also trim your hair while it's wet. I don't really fancy that method, but you can do some research on it on your own to find out if that would work for you or how beneficial that is. You can trim your hair in its dry state, as in I can trim my hair right now in twist or braids. What you should be looking for when you trim, it depends on why you're trimming your hair. If you're trimming your hair to maintain the health of your hair, then you would probably follow a regimen. By now we all should know the importance of styling tools when we trim our hair. So the importance of our scissors when we trim our hair. If you're trimming your hair yourself, I would recommend a professional hair scissors. When I say professional hair scissors, I do not mean your mama's kitchen scissors that she used to cut the chicken. No, stop it. Please do not pick up that paper scissors. I want us all to win. Leave the paper scissors and the kitchen scissors where they are. Go to Sally's or something and get you a professional hair scissors, or get your hair professionally trimmed. You may ask, why do you need a professional hair scissors? If you use something that's very dull, it's gonna defeat the purpose of trimming your hair. You'll be doing more damage than good. Please stop trimming your hair with that kitchen scissors. Stop. So how often should you trim your hair? Yo, I'm not one to tell people what to do, because obviously I do not have a certificate in cosmetology. I have a certificate in taking care of Razorempress's hair. So what I do with Razor's hair, I would give advice accordingly by the professional. It's said that you need to trim your hair every 4 to 6 weeks. Even if your hair looks pretty healthy, you're still supposed to trim it. One of the best ways I feel that you can determine if you really need a trim, especially if you can't tell, is try combing your hair over the sink. I've said this before in previous videos. Try combing your hair over the sink, and if you see a lot of breakage, like, you know the length of your hair, and if you see in your sink that's not the length of your hair, that's pieces of your hair, well, most likely that'll mean your hair is breaking. But if you see smaller pieces, like those are probably split ends just coming off, yeah, you need a trim. I don't know, for some reason in the black community, like when you speak about trimming your hair, everyone's panties get so tight, because everyone is so afraid to let go of dead weight or dead hair. Like, guys, stop holding on to dead weight. Let them ends go 2017. Just let it go. A lot of us are wondering why our hair isn't growing, and our hair has been the same length for a decade or so. But when was the last time you trimmed your hair, boo? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I'll hold myself accountable for trimming my hair now. My goal is always to have healthy hair, healthy, thick, full hair, so I'll do whatever I have to do. And if that's trimming my hair regularly, then so be it, cause the length will come. I don't want long, unhealthy, ugly hair. I'm not gonna hold on to a little inches. You know, I did before, I know how that felt, and I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. No. Thank you for watching, and bye. Bye. Bye.